Tonight on the Super People's Court, Harvey Dent, Gotham City District Attorney and totally sane, one-faced good guy, is suing Batman on the grounds that running around with a teenage sidekick is a clear case of child abuse, child endangerment, and quote, generally shitty parenting. Harvey Dent is seeking to have Robin removed as Batman's ward and placed in the care of the state. The defendant, Batman, claims that the district attorney is overreacting and that under his careful tutelage, Robin is receiving the best care and isn't in any more danger than the average teenager living in Gotham. Batman also thinks that Harvey Dent should keep his perfectly symmetrical nose out of his business.
Super People's Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kelly presiding.
Okay, let's get this over with. I got poker with the commissioner in 20. You, handsome guy, hit me with your opening statement. Chop chop.
Of course, Your Honor. Look, Batman running around the streets at night punching bad guys in a silly costume is one thing. Is it highly morally questionable? Sure. Have the fruits of his vigilante labor help me get reelected as district attorney? Probably. But at least when he does it alone, he's generally only putting himself in danger. But by dragging Robin, a child, into his world, he has crossed a line. Because he's not only putting someone else at risk, he's putting a young, impressionable, non-consenting minor directly in the line of fire. This is a textbook case of child endangerment, Your Honor. Like, I literally couldn't make up a better example than this.
Well, that was a pretty compelling argument you made there, Harvey. Batman, your response?
I disagree.
You disagree. Care to elaborate on that?
Nope.
Batman, you gotta say something. I can take over if you want.
All right, Robin, just shut up. Look, Judge, I don't even know why we're here. This whole thing is ridiculous. Are my methods of parenting a little unorthodox? Sure. But at the end of the day, I'm just providing Robin with all the things that any parent strives to give their children. He gets tons of exercise, he's active in the community, and his critical thinking skills are off the charts. I'd like to see a normal 14-year-old solve a grisly double homicide while disarming a nuclear missile strapped to an emperor penguin. Right, buddy?
Ow.
Anyway, the point is, even though some of these things might seem dangerous to a certain single-minded layperson, the situation is always under control because I'm there for Robin, to watch over and guide him. And also, I'm Batman, so...
Except you aren't always there, Batman. Your Honor, may I present Exhibit A?
Yeah, sure, that's cool.
The images you see before you are artist renditions representing just a handful of the myriad times Robin has been kidnapped, captured, or taken hostage. Now, I don't know about you, but I think being kept at the mercy of deeply disturbed individuals who not only have a history of violence but a flair for it hardly qualifies as a situation being under control. Exactly where was your watchful eye when Robin was dangling over a vat of acid, Batman?
Yeah, sure, it looks bad when you put each and every mistake up on a nice little board, but,
Again, this is just a small sample. There is so much more. I'm talking boatloads. Yacht loads, even.
But what parent doesn't make mistakes? Nobody's perfect, and I, just like any other parent, can't be there all the time. All I can do, all any decent parent or guardian can do, is try and give them the tools to succeed in a harsh and uncaring world. And Robin's got more tools than most, let me tell you. See that R in his chest? Frickin' ninja star. He can take your eye out from across the room. I've seen it.
Batman, I told you that was an accident and it makes me really uncomfortable.
Ah, come on, it was hilarious.
Interesting that you should bring up his tools. Let me ask you something, Batman. As a master tactician, what's the best tool in your arsenal?
Billions of dollars?
The element of surprise. The ability to blend into the shadows.
Oh, yeah, well, billions help too, though.
And how would you say that you achieve this element of surprise? Is it because you dress in all black?
Well, yeah, obviously.
Then can you please explain to the court why the hell Robin is dressed in bright red and yellow? Because it sure seems like, at best, it puts him at an extreme tactical disadvantage, and at worst, it paints a target on Robin, drawing the attention and gunfire off of you as you dispatch your foes. Was that your intent all along? To use your young ward as a human shield?
Whoa, I've never seen this side of you, Harvey. Look, that accusation might make sense on paper, and also when you said it aloud in a court of law, but that is totally not the case. Robin's costume was made to pay homage to the Flying Graysons. Robin's favorite circus act that he had no deeply tragic personal connection to. Saved it.
So not only do you admit to putting your child soldier at a tactical disadvantage, but your reasoning for it is because he liked a circus act? Jeez. You know, I have half a mind to rest my case right now.
Look, parents need to set boundaries for their kids. I get that. But they also need to give them some agency over their lives. Having a say keeps them engaged and helps them boost their confidence. Some parents might let their kids paint the room a certain way. I let my kid choose the color of his costume. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst that could happen? Oh, I'll tell you what the worst that not only could, but did happen. Your Honor, Exhibit B. These grisly, shocking artist renditions show the multiple times a Robin has been killed on the front lines of Batman's never-ending crusade. Look at them. Remember their names. Stephanie Brown.
Ruh-roh.
Damian Wayne.
Never heard of him.
Jason Todd.
Well, that one wasn't totally my fault.
All these poor children, with their whole lives ahead of them, brutally slaughtered. Now, you could say that it's the Joker's fault or Talia al Ghul's, but in the end, we all know that it's truly Batman who has their blood on his hands.
Oh, well, Your Honor, in my defense, most of them have come back to life in some form or another.
All right. I've had enough of this. Time to wrap things up. Closing statements, counselor?
Dead kids.
I like it. Short, sweet, and a little edgy. Bats?
I'm Batman?
Of course you are. Well, given the overwhelming evidence presented before me, I rule that...
Your Honor, is it all right if I say something real quick?
Sure. Knock yourself out, kid.
Look, it's no secret that what Batman and I do is dangerous, but that's because we live in a dangerous world. A world full of corruption, malice, bigotry, and greed, where crime and injustice run rampant from the darkest alleyways to the brightest Wall Street penthouse suites. And if crime doesn't discriminate based on age, I don't think fighting it should either. My generation is going to inherit this mess of a world all too soon. So shouldn't we try and make a positive change as soon as we are able? That's why I choose to be Robin. To be a symbol of the power of the youth to build a better tomorrow. Do you really want to take that away? To let all the kids know that they don't matter? Seems like a pretty heartless move, if you ask me.
Wow. Robin, that was beautiful. You're clearly a child of wisdom well beyond your years. But unfortunately, you are still a minor and have absolutely no say in the outcome of this case. So, again, based on the overwhelming evidence presented towards me, I rule in favor of the plaintiff.
Yes! TV justice prevails yet again.
Oh, darn! This ruling really throws a battering in my pudding. Guess I'll have to turn Robin over to the authorities. Wink.
Well, that sure was suspicious. Oh well, not my problem. Case closed.
Oh, here he is. Mr. Dent, how do you feel about this landmark ruling?
Well, to be honest, there wasn't a doubt in my mind. And thankfully now Robin can live a normal life in the foster system where, due to his age, he most likely won't be adopted, bounce frequently between caretakers, and ultimately end up right back on the street when he turns 18. Bright future ahead for that kid.
Do you feel like this will have a ripple effect in the sidekick
I'm gonna
community?
have to stop you right there, buddy. I gotta run to my next case. Got a mobster on trial for murder. Should be a simple open and shut case. Certainly not expecting anything life-changing or disfiguring to happen, that's for sure. Oh boy, the DA's work is never done. You know, sometimes I wish there were two of me. Well, I gotta split. See ya.
All right. Oh, but here we have the defendants coming out. Batman, how do you feel about the case? Have you said your goodbyes to Robin?
Oh yeah, really broken up about the ruling. Good luck enforcing it, suckers. What? Batman, I already operate outside the law. You think I'm gonna let a little TV court ruling break up the dynamic duo? You're crazier than the kooks at Arkham. Robin, bring the Batmobile around. That's right, I let a child drive my car. Your laws mean nothing to me. Batman out!
Security!
Smoke bomb!
This is gonna be bad for the asthma.
Thanks for watching The Super People's Court, brought to you by Storyfire. The judge has rendered her verdict, but if you want to see an alternate version of this case with an entirely new outcome, click the link below to watch it exclusively on Storyfire. And be sure to subscribe to the Warp Zone on Storyfire too. If you'd like to watch another episode of The Super People's Court, click the box on the left, or if you want to watch another dope video, click the box on the right.